Hi, Bob Thompson for Smartphone Matters. Today I wanted to make a video about this Belkin USB-C to USB-A cable. I bought this to use it with my Nexus 5X. I'm currently using a Belkin 6-foot cable to charge the phone, but I wanted a shorter cable for using with my computer and then using on my desk. Well, I set up to do the unboxing and everything, and then the camera crashed and I lost the video. I also found out the cable really wasn't what I was expecting. Let me show it to you. So here is the cable. It's 3 feet long. It's got a USB-A connector on one end, a USB-C connector on the other, and I'm sure it's a really good cable. Belkin makes some pretty high quality products. I have this other Belkin cable I'll show you in a minute, and I was happy with that, but this really wasn't what I was expecting. It turns out this cable is very, very thick, and I was hoping for something that was less bulky. Let me show you this other Belkin cable I have. So this is a 6-foot Belkin cable, and you can already see just me trying to get it under the camera here that it's a bit more unwieldy. So here's the USB-A end and the USB-C end of this cable, but you'll see that the difference in the thickness of the two cables is considerable. You'll see that the cable is much longer. Now the difference between these two cables is this is a true USB-C cable and it'll move data at 10 gigabits per second, where this is a USB 2.0 cable. It just has a USB-C it has a USB-C and USB-A connector, but this cable will only transfer data at USB 2.0 speeds. Now it turns out that while the Nexus 5X has a USB-C connector, it's only a USB 2.0 device. So this cable will move data as fast as the Nexus 5X is capable of. So I won't get any benefit of transferring data from the phone to my computer using this cable. Now what else do I have here? Let me show you this. Okay, so here's the original cable that came with the Nexus 5X. It's USB-C to USB-C. I don't actually use this cable. It's a little too thick and it requires that you have a charger that supports USB-C. You can see this cable is maybe even a little bit thicker than the original cable that came with the Nexus. Kind of a little bit disappointed about that. I'm sure this is a great cable and it would be useful if connecting my computer to a USB 3.1 or USB 3.0 device. I'll just probably stick this in my cable drawer or put it on my desk with one of the chargers where I can use it to charge the Nexus 5X, but not really move it around too much. All right, let me cut over to my computer and I'll show you the cables on amzn.to, and I'll also show you a good resource for checking to see whether or not the USB-C cables are safe for using with the Nexus 5X. All right, I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm here on the product page on amazon.com for the Belkin USB-C cable. You can find the link to this in the description below or in my article on smartphonematters.com. Wanted to point out the box here looks a little different. This says USB 3.1, mine says USB-C, but I checked and the model numbers are the same, so they just must have different packaging for this cable. The other thing I wanted to point out was that this cable ships and is sold from amazon.com. And when I'm buying Belkin products, I want to make sure that I'm getting genuine products. So I would just prefer to buy them directly from amazon.com myself. You'll see here on the right side that they have other sellers selling the product, some for about the same price, some for a little more. You need to decide whether you're comfortable buying from some of the other third-party sellers on Amazon. I'm sure many of them are reliable, but it's up to you to check those companies' reputations before buying. Also, I wanted to show you that first cable that I showed you, the one that I bought a while ago, that was the 6-foot or 1.8 meter cable. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get that cable for $10. It doesn't seem you can buy it directly from Amazon if you're not a Prime member at this time. This is actually a pretty good deal if you want a 6-foot cable. And then this is the Google Plus page for Benson. He's the Google engineer that did a lot of investigation into USB-C charging with Google devices. He put together this spreadsheet on Google Docs, and it lists a bunch of different types of cables and whether they're approved or not. Now, I was looking through this list. I see that Belkin cable, the 6-foot cable, is listed here as approved. I don't see the new cable that I bought listed here, but I checked some of the reviews on it, so I'm pretty confident that it is a quality cable that will be approved. But you can look through this list if you want to see what type of cables are approved and not approved. Again, you'll find the link for Benson's Google Plus page and the spreadsheet in the description below or in the article over on smartphonematters.com. All right, I think that's going to be it for this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.